This is a dual-core 6-game tick Birch tree farm. The farm was originally designed by RSDKH and Fong, but Bonemeal later modified and optimized the farm into what you see in front of you right now. And I was absolutely blown away by it. No, it wasn't the concept of a dual-core tree farm that got me. I have seen dual-core farms before, and in fact, one of the first tree farms I've ever designed was a dual-core birch and oak tree farm. An awful tree farm, I should add, but let's move on. I can't stand looking at this any longer. So, if not the concept, what was it that really caught my attention? Well, my friend, it was this trapdoor. More specifically, how they have used a trapdoor to allow the player to plant in different spots. This was by no means anything new or revolutionary in the tree farming community. It was just new to me at the time, and having discovered it was like the first hominid to discover fire, I think. Ooh, shiny, warm. Me like warm, shiny thing. Life is good. Okay, hear me out. I do not know how an anvil got into my time machine. I swear that I'm innocent. By the way, today's video is sponsored by the popular hit game Among Us. Alright, that's enough goofing around. Now, where was I? Ah yes, the trapdoor. So I found out about the Trapdoor Trick and I wanted to make a dual-core birch tree farm of my own using it. I have 3 main goals for this farm. 1. The farm has to be dustless. 2. I want to design a farm that is faster than the original design. And last but not least, the farm should be fairly simple to build. And so with all of those things in mind, I got to work. And after some time, I made this. Now all that there is to do is to test for the rate instability, right? Unfortunately, this farm has a plethora of issues. It does not return enough saplings, it breaks itself after a while. The blast chamber is scuffed and cannot even handle the blast stream fast enough. The tree growth is blocked at game 6, and the list just goes on and on. Honestly, I felt defeated. All of that time I've spent designing this farm only for it to be a massive flop. Now, I could turn my laptop off, lay on my bed and cry myself to sleep, but that isn't sad enough. I needed something more dramatic, something that would bring tears to the eyes of the audience. And so I left the Minecraft world, closed the game, and opened up League of Legends. Eventually, I got over it and was ready to start working on the farm again. I began by making some changes to the layout so that it would no longer block the tree growth at game 6, and it should also be faster than the previous one. After that, I wired up the core and ran a quick test. Fortunately, this new core returns more than enough saplings. Happy with everything, I added in the jumper lines and unloaders, and now I just need to hook up the core to a blast chamber. Wanting to keep the farm simple, I opted to use only 2 blast chambers for this farm, essentially 1 for each core, and this ended up taking way longer than I like to admit. You see, I wasn't particularly happy with any of the blast chambers design I've made. It was either too slow, inefficient, or both. So I took a look at the original design for inspiration and came up with this. It was exactly what I was looking for. With the farm finally completed, it is now time to put it to the test. And after running the farm for several hours, here are the results I got. Now, you may be confused as to why there are 2 different results on screen, both with varying rates. This is because the result on the left was tested without a clicker used continuous, and the one on the right was tested with a clicker used interval 1. So, with the player planting at normal speed, you can expect to get about 90.8 thousand logs per hour. On the other hand, if you were to have the player plant every game tick, you could get up to 94.9 thousand logs per hour. Aside from the rate, I will also have the Bonemeal consumption up on screen as well, so feel free to pause the video and have a look. If you could recall, earlier in the video, I mentioned 3 goals I had for the farm, and with the farm now completed, I think I can safely say that I've met all 3 goals. I mean, the last one is quite subjective, but it's my farm, and I'm not afraid to say that I am biased. Now, onto the real question, is it worth building? Like all of my farms, this one isn't perfect, and there is always room for improvement. With that said, it is a simple farm to build, and if you have a slime and honey farm, the rest of the materials should be easy to obtain. The rate is also very nice for how simple the farm is, and considering that 2x2 birch trees do not exist, this farm is actually viable unlike my dual core spruce tree farm. All in all, I will say that this is a solid farm. I do recommend the farm for anyone who needs a lot of birch logs or just logs in general but do not want to build a complex or large farm. I think I've talked enough about the farm. Let me actually show you how to use it. Start by turning the farm on with this lever and make your way inside. Then walk over here and sneak walk onto the wooden trapdoor. Once on top, right click to open it. From here, you want to sneak and aim at the dispenser to your right. And once you have your crosshair over the dispenser, you can start planting. To use the farm with carpet, you will once again have to sneak and aim at the dispenser. Then without moving your crosshair, unsneak and type in /player name sneak followed up by /player name use continuous. If done correctly, your player should plant at the normal planting speed. On the other hand, to use the farm with a clicker, you will just have to type in use interval 1 instead of use continuous. Hey, so I know it has been a while since I last uploaded and I have no excuse for that other than just plain laziness. The video should have been released a month and a half ago, but here we are, I guess. Either way, that is all that I have for today. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, consider leaving a like and subscribing. It really does help the channel grow. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. This is a Coach Gent signing out.